Assalamu alaikum YouTube. I'm making this video on my mobile phone because there's something wrong with my microphone at the moment. That's not important. The important thing is that it was Sunday today and I had to go to that weekly book fair that I usually go to on a weekly basis, obviously, to find myself some really good comics. Unfortunately, I didn't find anything on that weekly book fair today, and instead of calling it a day, I thought why not just go one step further and go to this very famous area of Lahore. It's an old market called Anarkali, and it's famous for its second-hand shops and stalls. You can find anything from clothes, boots, utensils, toys, anything you can think of, you can find at this really big giant thrift bazaar kind of thing. So here's a quick look of Anarkali Bazaar. As you can see, it's really crowded, and I thought why not just try my luck, because you can find some really good things here and there if you're lucky. Now as you can see right here, I found a Yugioh card and it's in the dirt right now, and I was kind of curious that if it's a Yugioh card in the dirt right now, maybe somebody has a bunch of Yugioh cards. I've tried to look for them. Unfortunately, I did not find any, so I moved on. Here you can see I came across a Star Wars Millennium Falcon. I got excited the moment I saw it, but again, unfortunately, when I opened the box, it was completely empty save for all of these manuals and how to arrange this Millennium Star Falcon. Really sad about it, but it was cool to see, and if it was in this box, I would have gotten it for sure. Now that's the end of the video of the footage that I took. I'm back home right now, and as you can see, it wasn't a wasted day because I did end up finding something very exciting that I've been wanting for a long time at this point, and that is something that I'm going to show you at the end of the video. First, I'm going to show you something that I found really exciting, and that are a whole bunch of spruces. Now these are from Warhammer Fantasy. As you can see, these are some kind of archer kids, whatever, archer characters. There are some other, these look like bony fingers. There are some undead and some archers kind of things in these spruces. Unfortunately, no box, no manual, nothing. A guy had them in a vase, whatever, however you pronounce it. So I just picked them up because they look pretty straightforward in assembling. Just take off these parts and put the glue on them, and you're done with them. So yeah, I was not gonna pass up Warhammer Fantasy because I love that universe. Now for the big thing. I was super excited when I came to that last stall where the video footage finally cuts out. As you can see in that video, there's a whole bunch of board games that this guy had. So I went through all of those board games, and I seriously still can't believe it that I actually found Lord of the Rings, the board game. Now this is a game that I have been wanting for a long time. I'm a huge fan of J.R.R. Tolkien's works, especially Lord of the Rings and everything related to it, and this was a very shocking moment for me when I located it in that whole bunch of board games. Now I am very regretful to say that sadly it is complete almost. It is missing a bunch of stuff, but for the most part I think all the major things are still in this. As you can see, thank you to my niece who actually went through the entire box and assembled all of these things in their proper places. But as you can see, it has a bunch of stuff, but obviously it is still missing a lot of stuff. But you know what? That is not a very big problem for me personally, because I know some people who live abroad who can actually send me some extra parts that you can buy over on eBay or stuff like that when I want them, if I want them. So I'm not really too sad about not having everything in the box from the get-go, but seriously, this was a huge find for me. Check it out, a small hobbit. I seriously can't believe it. This is the second time that I actually came across something Lord of the Rings board game related, because last week or a couple of weeks ago, I think at the most, I came across a Games Workshop Mumakil whole spruce kind of model for the Lord of the Rings that I ended up selling to a friend because it wasn't really my bag of tea. But yeah, for this thing, I am super excited that I actually came across it. As you can, like I said, it has all of the big stuff in it, the box. There's a lot of stuff already in it. It's missing a bunch of stuff, but I can get it arranged to have somebody send me all of that stuff that they can buy from eBay and stuff. I'm just rambling at this point. This video is getting long for no reason at all. Just want to show you all of these the booklets that come with it, the rule books and the lore books, rule summary, whatever. Yeah, this was a huge find for me. I am super excited. And you know what? I'm gonna make this thing a weekly scenario for me, that I'm gonna go to those book fairs on a weekly basis. And even if I don't go to them, I'm gonna make sure that every Sunday or a day in a week, I'm gonna go to this really big thrift bazaar over at Anarkali and look for stuff like this, because I love board games and stuff. Yeah, so that's pretty much the entire video. If you're interested, there are a whole bunch of videos on the internet that have deeply covered the entire area of Anarkali, Lahore. This holds huge second-hand bazaar that you can find all kinds of stuff in it, so go check them out. And that's pretty much it, the video right here. If you liked it, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps out. Let's reach 1,000 subs together, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.